Alright, back into Pokemon Red. After a brief break, we're back into this game, and this is Route 3. You might remember this as the home of the shorts guy. Yeah, that one. You know what I'm talking about. And personally, I don't know why it's that guy that's stuck with the masses when there are a lot of other trainers that say flat-out outlandish things. Okay, and ouch! That hurt! I mean, it's a Pidgey level 9 and it was a critical hit, but man, I'm getting my ass kicked by that thing. I think if I don't evolve soon, and I hope I evolve soon, I'm gonna have to turn back and heal pretty quickly. And it's just a shame that I don't know exactly when I'm going to evolve, because there's not that little bar below the HP bar that says you're this far from leveling up. I think it's one of the coolest improvements to be brought to the series by Gold, Silver, and Crystal, because even though there are things about that game that are, oh, and now I'm going to evolve at the end of that battle, which, yeah, it's now. Anyway, as I was saying, I think people think way too highly of Gold, Silver, Crystal for what it really is, but there's still a good number of improvements that have been brought by this game, and I'm not just talking about that experience bar, I'm talking about breathing and such, but there are some flaws with the game, and especially the overworld design, and for some reason there are several people that just refuse to face it. They really think the return to that butchered excuse for a Kanto is the best thing ever. Oh, this guy says, I met you in Viridian Forest. But in Fire Red and Leaf Green, if you look closely at the names given to the trainers, that bug catcher's name didn't come back in Viridian Forest. So maybe it's that it was the guy at the beginning who says, I brought some of my fellow bug catchers here and they're out for Pokemon fights, but that guy doesn't fight you in Viridian Forest. Maybe it's that guy, I don't know. It's really fun fighting with a freshly evolved Pokemon, if you ask me, because you just take so much less damage from everything and suddenly you deal a lot more damage yourself. And one consequence that's exclusive to Red, Blue, and Yellow of evolving is that your critical hit rate improves, and that's because of the way the critical formula functions. Usually it's base speed divided by 512 is your critical hit rate. So very slow Pokemon will almost never get criticals, but stuff like Alakazam and Gengar can get between 20 and 25% of critical hits on all their attacks. Okay, so I beat this guy and you beat me again? You mean I fought him in Viridian Forest after all? Well, Fire Red and Leaf Green beg to differ. Oh yeah, that's the shorts guy! Hi, I like shorts, they're comfy and easy to wear. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, that becomes they're delightfully comfy and easy to wear, which raises the creepy factor by factor 10. Anyway, as I was saying, the moves that have a high chance of a critical hit, like Slash or Razor Leaf, well, those have 8 times the normal critical hit rate, which means it's base speed divided by 64 instead of 512. That means if your base speed is higher than 63, you will critical every single time with those attacks, which makes Persian Slash one of the greatest attacks in the game in Red, Blue, and Yellow, despite having zilch type coverage, but it does use Bubble Beam to great effect against Golem and Rhydon, which are the main Pokemon that wall Persian Slash, aside from Gengar, which is pretty much left as the best counter for Persian. Alright, now I'm going to the Pokemon Center to heal myself since I'm almost dead and I used up a lot of PP against those trainers. Oh, this guy talks about the storage system for Pokemon. If there is anything worse than the item storage in this game, the Pokemon storage is definitely it. Yeah, each box can contain 20 Pokemon, that's fine. There is still no box that can contain 500 Pokemon even to this day, and at the very least, the way the interface is now, you can easily sort your Pokemon between the different boxes. I do it by national dex number, personally. Anyway, that's not the problem. The problem is that when your box is full and you try to catch a Pokemon, well, you won't be able to catch it. You get a message saying, well, your box is full, tough luck, you can't catch it. Now imagine that you've gone through all the trouble of going through the Seafoam Islands, and then you get to Articuno, and then you weaken it enough, and you throw an Ultra Ball at it, and no, you can't catch it. Your box is full. I would go apeshit if that ever happened to me. That's bullshit, you hear? And even less compelling is the fact that whenever you want to change boxes, you have to save the game first. Now, it doesn't take too much time, but it's hella annoying not being able to switch between boxes. You can't scroll between boxes to see in which box the Pokemon you want is. So you've got to waste some time saving, and you can save several times before finding what you want. Now, Gold Silver Crystal's interface allows for it, at least. You can freely switch between boxes in the move between boxes option that's been in every game ever since. That's another improvement that I really enjoyed from Gold Silver Crystal. The ability to switch boxes on the fly without having to save every single time. That's cool. Okay, those bug catchers are getting really annoying. I mean, I've been out of Viridian Forest for a while and I'm still having to deal with crap like Caterpie and Weedle and Metapod and Kakuna. Oh, there's no danger that they're gonna use something like Scyther or Pinsir on me, though those two weren't good at all in the Red, Blue, and Yellow, so forget I said anything, but at least they'd be better than that crap. No, instead make way for the great Kakuna! There's a town in Quebec called Kakuna, by the way, though it's spelled differently. And you know what buzzes me? Those are trainers Pokemon. They could have stuff like Tackle, or String Shot, or Poison Sting if it's a Kakuna, but they don't. It's like all those Cocoons were caught as is instead of just being evolved from Caterpie and Weedle, in which case they would be a little more challenging since they wouldn't be completely immobile and defenseless. Well, defenseless, that's a stretch because of Harden, but you get what I mean. Anyway, this guy is talking about the Pokemon storage again, and what he just said is bullshit. Just switch to another box? Well, yeah, but first I need to know which box to go to, and come on, that's lame. Technology is incredible. Well, once again, it wasn't quite that incredible way back then. Now I don't mind, but back then, no. Of course, Palkia brand bags can be inconvenient at times, but at least you get unlimited storage, which is good. And as for Pokemon, 18 boxes of 30, you can switch between freely, and you can even order your Pokemon the way you like instead of being to the mercy of which one you put in the box first. Well, you get the idea. We've really come a long way in the last 12 years, don't you think? And one thing that annoys me about this route is that I can't use Vine Whip much because everything seems to resist it. Whether it's the bugs, the Pidgeys, the Nidorans. Alright, she's suggesting that I go all Solid Snake on the trainers. Well, no, why would I do that? I want the experience! Okay, I think I have time for one more fight. Oh, another Shorts guy? I completely forgot about this one. Oh yeah, I remember now. I think in Fire Red and Leaf Green, he says, "Hey, you're not wearing shorts. What's wrong with you?" But that's only off my memory. I could be wrong once again. Okay, a Spearow level 14. It's guaranteed to have Peck, so I leech seed it. Ooh! 13 damage right off the bat. I hope this battle doesn't go on for too long. Anyway, I'll be sure to go to the Pokemon Center and heal after this one. And I'm not gonna show it to you because there's just no point. I might do that a little more often between two parts to just backtrack and heal without you seeing, because really, what's the point of me showing you every single step even when nothing happens? Okay, so it's dead and I still have 33 HP. That's good. I was expecting a struggle for my life there. So while this guy is still shilling his shorts, well, see you next time.